All right, guys, good afternoon. To start today's video, I want to set the stage as far as where I'm at and what I have to do. Today's a little bit different than my typical day. I had some non-farm related activities this morning and was not home, and we are at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and in about 45 minutes I'm going to have to leave again. So this is juggling the farming and other stuff. So I still want to get stuff done today because I've been, the past couple days, it's really slowed down here. I haven't been getting done what I need to be getting done because I'm behind. I'm way behind on everything. And the other reason is today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Starting Friday, we are in a rain pattern all the way till Monday. So I'm going to lose Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and maybe part of the day Monday due to the weather. So I really want to get a fair amount done today, even though I have to leave pretty soon again. So anyway, to set the stage for today's video, I'm going to see what I can get footage of. I'm going to be back about 5 o'clock. So 5 p.m. it gets dark at 8:30. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 3.5 hours to get stuff done, even if I'm working a little bit into the night. So yesterday's video, I sprayed some corn. I did 15 acres. I have the tank full again, and all I have to do is hook up to it and put the mixture in, and I'm ready to go. I can do another 15 acres. As soon as I get back tonight, I want to do that. I want to get another 15 done. That way I have 30 acres of corn sprayed. And then I want to fill the sprayer again. All right, these hay wagons are still sitting here. You guys have been looking at them for the past 3-4 videos, and I haven't gotten anywhere with them yet just because it's been hot and I've been kind of lazy, to be honest with you. I'm just not in a hurry to unload more hay. I have one wagon in the top of the barn that is empty, so I need to, before I start spraying, pull that empty one out, pull the tractor and baler out of here, take this full one up and back the full one in, and I'm going to bring the empty one down here. That way the full one is in the barn, and on the rainy days I can unload it, and then I'll have 2 that are ready, because Monday I think we're going to be cutting some more hay. So that leaves 2 full wagons that I have to get unloaded by baling on Wednesday of next week. So exactly a week and a day to get 2 wagons unloaded. That should be something I can do. The other reason I have to get this wagon out of here and back to the top of the barn is my loader is all the way in the back, and I can't get it out until I move some of this stuff out of here. So I got to get the loader out. Then once the loader is out, I'm going to unhook this baler from the 986, and I'm going to hook up the manure spreader, which is still sitting in the exact same spot now for 2 days, that I haven't done anything with. That manure's still up there. I haven't done anything with it. I'm hoping to maybe tonight start spreading. If it does go a little bit later tonight, I can do it tonight. The 986 has good lights. The loader has working lights, I'll just say that. I have these LED lights on the back here that are amazing. I used these the other night to back the baler in here, and it was so bright. So if I'm working tonight, it will make for some real nice video spread manure. The other thing with spread manure kind of in the dark at night, it's usually calmer, and all that chicken dust isn't going to be blowing up into my open station cab, hopefully. So I got to get the corn sprayed, and I have to get some wagons jockeyed around, get some equipment jockeyed around. I got to spray some corn tonight and start loading some manure. So it's not a huge workload, but it is something I want to try to tackle tonight, because tomorrow for the next 3 days it's going to rain. So anyway, on to the next thing. All right, so you'll notice that bare spot out there in the field. That whole, it's not... It might be 1/4 acre, 1/2 acre. Anyway, you guys remember that have been following me and subscribed for a while. That is a wet spot in the field. That whole area was underwater when we were planting. When he planted this field, he had to lift up the trash wipers because it was just rolling mud. It was making mud on the trash wipers. So this cornfield was wet and it was mudded in, but the corn came up, but not that wet hole. It was too much to have him run back out when it dried off. It did not dry off for, I don't know, a month. The corn was already up, so I don't have any type of planter to go back and fill it in. So we were talking about that wet wet spot. That wet spot in the field is about the lowest spot in the field, and the ground there is pretty hard and it can't drain. The water can't go anywhere. There is drain tile, I say it all the time, but it just can't. It must be broken under there. We were talking a little bit about maybe running a subsoiler through to get the water to be able to go down through the soil a little bit better. We decided that that wasn't going to be too good of an option just because of how rocky and all the rocks. So we gave up on the subsoiler. The guy that planted it had asked me if this field was moldboard plowed, and I can't say 100% sure, but I think the previous guy moldboard plowed everything, and he said that will do it. He said if it was moldboard plowed and the ground was a little bit wet, it's like a clay, and it was gone over with a moldboard plow, he thinks there might be a thick plow pan, compacted layer under there that the water cannot get down through, being that it's like a clay. So I don't know, I'm not an expert. That was his thoughts on it. So let me talk a little bit here about my solution. All right, so these fields are going to get sprayed today. The weeds aren't as bad on this side of the road as they are on this side of the road. There's burr cucumber coming, so I want to hit this side. This was planted a little bit later. It's a different variety of corn also. So we have this patch here, some weeds coming. This is going to be basically barren land here, fallow for the whole year, and I don't want it to be just because of weeds. If you guys remember, the Minnesota Millennial Farmer did a video, Odd Jobs Day, and I commented on his video and I said I would give him the credit for this idea. I didn't want him to think I was stealing his idea. I did order the seed before I saw the video, so I thought, well, here I am repeating something he did already. I ordered radishes. I got a 10-pound bag of radish seed, and we're gonna try to get it spread in this fallow area here. Boy, it's a shame. This is nice bottom ground, and back there's a little spot. This field is such a shame that we couldn't get corn planted here, because this really gave beans last year. This was my highest yielding soybean field, but we were able to plant when it was drier. So all right. So I want to get these fields sprayed today, and then show you what we have cooking here. So, and I'm not one to brag or say how good everything is usually. Most times I complain and I'm pretty negative. I get that in a lot of my videos. This year I'm very unhappy with the corn. It was just too cold and too much rain. The corn up on top of the hill is yellow, bright yellow, and the stand is absolutely awful. I'm not putting a lot of faith in doing any better than I did last year. The corn this year so far, I mean, it can grow out of it. We didn't add any nitrogen yet, but I'm kind of ashamed of my corn fields this year. But anyway, we got this 10-pound bag of radishes, and these radishes are a variety, if you can believe the marketing. These radishes here are a variety that are very aggressive and very how should I say it, they grow very deep. There's a lot to them. They're fast growing, and what I'm hoping to do with this bag of radishes, I want to plant it fairly thick. I have the planting recommendations per acre. I don't know if it's 3 pounds or 4, I have to look again. However many pounds you put per acre, that out there is no way an acre. It might be close to a half acre. But anyway, I want to get them spread, and I want those radishes to grow down through and see if we can't, they're tillage radishes, to see if we can't, just in theory, if it is a compacted layer from a moldboard plow and there's a plow pan under there, in theory, I want to see if planting these radishes can, when they grow and they can get down through that plow layer and break everything up. I want to see, just a theory here. That was a theory we had, that maybe it was the moldboard plow, maybe it was plowed too wet. If we get tillage radishes in and we can get those things, I mean, the picture, it's marketing, I understand, but the pictures of these radishes when people were showing them, they were enormous. I don't know what's the variety here. I'm not familiar with radish seed. This was, I found these through an internet search. Daikon radishes, germination 99%, pure seed 99.77, Noxious weeds, none. Well, that's good. Anyway, they're from the Hancock Seed Company, Dade City, Florida. Like I said, it was an internet search. I went with this company. I think this bag was $40, so it's a lot. It'll cover a lot of area. So I just want to see, with this bag of tillage radishes, see if that is the case. If in, let's say, August, they wanted me to plant them in the beginning of August in this area. I think I'm gonna go shoot for July, maybe the end of July, because it's we're not harvesting them or anything. I think if I get them done early, shouldn't hurt anything. I want to make sure they don't spread into the cornfield, but that's why I want to get the corn sprayed with the residual down. But anyway, we're just going to spread them on with a handheld seed spreader. And I actually have a neighbor. I don't want to get the 45 Ibershank out and start digging and compacting it anymore. I do have a neighbor that has one of those drag harrow type of things. We're going to see if we can't use that. Just spread them with the hand spreader, go over it with the drag harrow, and see if we can just to test this theory. Then in August, if we get some heavy rains again, it's always in the fall, September, October, when hurricane season starts. That's when we start getting tons of rain. So we can test this out and see if it's going to make any difference. There's a patch here, and all the way out there, there's a patch. So we're going to put some radishes in and just give it a test try, or a trial here. So, all right, guys, I have to leave. I got to go. So I'll pick up with you after I get home and we get going again.